Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I was thinking the other day, I thought the Fluval, obviously that I do updates on, I was thinking, I wonder how old it is. And on the 26th of April, it was actually officially 6 months old, this tank. Now obviously that has absolutely flown by. And yeah, I just thought to myself, you know what, I could do a maybe a 6 month update on this tank, how it's gone for me. You know, what I actually think of the tank, obviously the stocking, also you know, the what I actually dose and stuff like that, and basically just give a little overview of the system in general. But first things first, appreciate you all following me on this journey, especially on this Fluval one, but hopefully you're following me on my new Nios Opus 300 one, which is cycling as we speak. But yeah, more to come on that on another video. But first things first, on the tank. And I think I'm going to start with the overall impressions of the tank. Now for me guys, as a first little, you know, if you was getting this as a first little tank, I think this would be absolutely fantastic. In terms of, you know, the build quality and stuff like that, yeah, there's no problems. I love the actual floating. It looks like it's floating on this because it's on like a rubber base. Looks like it's actually floating, which I really do like that, about the design about that. In terms of the glass, it's just, you know, basic glass. It's normal standard glass. I also like, in a way, that you can actually see what you have here. In terms of like your media, I can see the actual sponge when it starts to get dirty and stuff like that. I change that usually every 2 to 3 days. But well, sorry about that, my voice went about every 2 to 3 days. I'm coming down with a bit of a cold, guys, so apologies if my voice sounds a bit croaky. But yeah, I change that every 2 to 3 days. In terms of the stocking that comes with it, in terms of like the lighting and stuff like that, I never had the lighting on it, guys, so I can't really say, but I'm assuming, you know, for LPS or, you know, softy tank, even a bit like this, what I've got here, I think that light would be sufficient. It's just that obviously I didn't know which way or which route I was going to go, so I thought to myself, well, you know, and I seen this on eBay for a bargain price, so I thought I can't turn the AI Prime down, so I decided to pick that up. But in terms of the actual stock light, like I said, I think it would easily manage to be able to grow, you know, LPS, keep them happy and stuff like that. So, but in terms of if you were stocking it as like a mixed reef, in terms of like little SPS, maybe you could get away with the SPS that can tolerate a lot more. But you certainly wouldn't be able to get away with you know, the higher end pieces, because the light is just not strong enough. But yeah. So the light that came with it will be okay for LPS. The actual media, the actual sponge filter, to be honest guys, that is the first thing you need to get rid of. That is the one thing I didn't like. In terms of, I know these are like budget friendly tanks to design maybe for people to just start off, or have as like an office tank, or maybe just like this, just on the side, gives a bit of life to, you know, and a bit of light to the house. But in terms of you know, overall impressions of the sponge, yeah, that needs to be changed. The Fluval should really get onto that. Put like a media basket in there. Obviously, I bought my media basket from a place called Aquarium. Reef Print. They actually did it for me, and yeah, they're fantastic. I'll post a picture of what I bought. But I have one in this first chamber, and then I also have one in the second chamber, and if I can zoom in, you'll probably be able to see what I've got. I've got 6 bio balls in there. Oh, sorry, no, 5 bio balls in there in that top chamber. So basically, the filter floss is on the top. Underneath, I have the bio ball, the actual media ceramic that came with it, and then underneath that, I have some filter floss and a coarse sponge. Not filter floss, sorry, a coarser sponge. And then it goes down the bottom, up through the bio balls, and then obviously into the return chamber, where I have the return pump and obviously the heater. Now, as you know, I had the my good friend Dripper sent me the a light, sorry, not a light, an ATO, and it never worked, unfortunately. And I've been meaning to get one of them, but to be honest, my mind's been focused on trying to get this main display sorted. But that is one thing that's missing on it, is an ATO. If we could get an ATO on it. I've looked at a few, but I'll probably go for the D&D one. One, because it's small enough, and two, we can be able to fit it, a little container in the cabinet here, and yeah, a 10-litre cabinet, a 10-litre tub in this little cabinet will be more than sufficient, and it'll run this for quite some time. So that's probably the route I'm going to go. I'll probably end up getting that in the next few weeks or so, but yeah. That is one thing I need to add on to it. Also, with the stock stuff that came with it, the return pump, I've not got the return pump. The return pump is actually going to go on my tank, my main display, and I'm going to use that one as a UV pump. That'll be able to send the water through the UV. It's the perfect speed for the UV that I'm going to be getting. I'm getting the TMC Vectron, so yeah, it's going to be absolutely perfect for the amount of flow that can go through it. So I'm going to use that on there. I'm using the AI Axis vortech on this. It's running at about 45%, I think, 45%, I think it is. I'll just check, but yeah, I'm sure it's about 45%. And I'm running a Aquarium heater on it. So yeah, nothing, you know, out of the ordinary, expensive or anything like that. All fairly cheap stuff. I mean, the Axis pump is about 110, I think it is. So I suppose it is a little bit pricey for the return pump, especially for the little nano, but it runs a treat. And also you can have it's Mobius ready, so you can get it all on your phone. You can control the speed and stuff like that. Also, I'm running, as you know, the MP10. That was off my other tank, but I'm running it on here. I think it's absolutely perfect, to be honest. You can dial it down. I think this is running at like 20%, so it's hardly pushing anything, but you can see the flow of the corals. Every one of them are all getting shifted around, not too much. And this little gunner is loving life here. And then we have a little green cabbage stroke leather type thing, which has detached itself from the rock. But yeah, everything is flowing in terms of the flow, and that's more than enough for this little tank. In terms of stocking of the fish, you know, I've got just a pair of clownfish and I've got the purple firefish. They're doing fantastic, eating brine shrimp. That's all they tend to eat, in honesty. And then obviously going on to the stocking of the corals, you know, I've just got a load of frog spawns, you know, torches, couple of torches, hammers, some nice gold hammers. I've got a well, this was supposed to be, I think it was not a dragon soul, a joker, which I don't think it is a joker. Obviously, I've got a holy grail. Then we have some splatter hammers. We have some frog spawn, purple hammer, green one. Then we've got a Bernard Porter, holy grail Bernard Porter. And then we have this, which I'm absolutely over the moon that it's actually surviving. It's thriving, to be honest. This is a flaming sunrise gunny. We've got this. I've turned the lights down on here, guys, so it's mainly white. Obviously, you guys know that I've run a bluer spectrum, but yeah, running the light just so you can really get to see the colour of it. In terms of dosing, guys, I do a maintenance. I do a 10% water change, sift out the sand and stuff. But with it only being 3 fish, there's not that dirty. And to be honest, keeping nitrates and phosphates is quite challenging. This, even at doing fortnightly water changes, do fortnightly water changes of about 25%. And stuff like that. Also, we're feeding the tank with the Corals Essential Power Food. That's what we actually give it. We give that twice a week, and then we also put the CVE in, as well as the Coral Power Grow Redder food as well. We also put that in. We put that in twice a week as well. But yeah, overall, guys, easy setup, nothing too hard to do, and something, you know, a beginner can really get out, set out and do. If you're willing to put a little bit of time, bit of effort in there, then you know what, you can easily go. I've had a few people message me and asking me on forums how I set it up, how I cycled it, etc. And to be honest, I didn't really cycle this because I took the bio balls from my existing tank. I just put a live sand, a bag of live sand. I think this is a 10-pound bag of the Carib Sea, the one that I have in my main display, along with some bio balls, the ones I've just shown you in the middle chamber. Put that in, a little bottle of bacteria. I think it was the Microbacter 7 I put in. So obviously that's a good bacteria that went on the sand and the substrate. I also used the live rock as well, so I bought the live rock. So theoretically the tank was already cycled in a way, and then we added the fish to produce some of the ammonia. And I've never had a kick, you know, a major kick in terms of like you know, ammonia spike or anything like that. It's always settled, and the fish are happy as Larry. As you can see, they come here because they think they're getting fed. But yeah, never had an issue, guys. I've always been pretty happy with the way everything has gone, you know, with the tank, in all honesty. But overall, guys, I think it's the overall impression, conclusion of this is, yeah, if you want to get into the hobby and you don't want to fork out the, you know, the thousands of pounds that it can take to get into the hobby, and you don't know whether you really might stay into it, this is perfect. I think over here in the UK, I think they're still priced at about 145, 150 quid. So it's absolutely, you know, it's not a bad price. You add on to, and that, like I said, is the basic light, you know, basic filtration and stuff like that. But it'll get you going, and until you can save up, or you know, you can afford other stuff, then, you know, it'll keep you going more than enough to add a few fish, a couple of clownfish like this, or whichever way you want to go. A couple of softies, you know, like I have here, and yeah, you'll be on your way, and you'll have no problems whatsoever. You won't need to do any dosing, so you don't need to buy dosers or anything like that. Just water changes, you know, each week or fortnightly, whichever one suits you, and yeah, you'll be on your way, guys. But like I said, this is just the 6-month review of the Fluval Evo. Like I said, I'm over the moon with it, the way it's developing, and my missus is absolutely over the moon as well. But as you know, it's called Mason's Mini Reef for my little grandson. He loves it. He's 1 now, so he's yeah, getting into it. And when he comes down, he does look into it. I'm just dreading the moment he can actually reach up and his hands can grab onto the tank. But yeah, we've got to keep him away from that. But overall, guys, I hope you like this little review of this Fluval Evo, and the next video will probably be on my main display. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thanks for following. Click the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Comment below. I always get back to you. And yeah, until next time, guys, take care and enjoy your reefs.